Welcome back to Face to Face. I'm John Ralston. We're talking about what the legislature is going to do to fix that budget deficit, how many cuts, how much of a tax increase. A couple of folks on both ends of the political spectrum with strong feelings about what they should do. All right. Ms. Neff, here's what you had to say on this program last month when I asked you about one of the things that's been bandied about. It's unclear if it has any chance, whether it's a lousy time to institute a broad-based business tax. Here's what you said.
There's never going to be a good time to institute it. We couldn't institute it a decade ago when this was the fastest growing state in the nation. I say try it now and see what happens. You can't get much worse than the near 10% unemployment Nevada has, than the continued drop in gaming revenue. What's it going to do? Drop another percent? I'm sorry, let's try something.
The problem, of course, beyond the political impediments to doing it now is that, number one, you can't get any revenue from it for about a year to get the whole thing ramped up, people agree. And putting in a business profits tax in a time when most businesses don't have any profits, it's a bad time to do it, isn't it?
Maybe a net receipts tax. I mean, there's a way to go at corporate income. There's a way to go at businesses. And if you're going to get money, there's a way to do it. Certainly, no one's performing. Everybody's hit by this. This is not unique to Nevada. Look, there's something has to change. And if we're going to diversify, if we're going, and I mean this not in terms of what businesses come here or what our economy looks like, but in terms of the stability of our base, when we're not just relying on sales and gaming, which we see really tank in recession times. If we do have a more stable leg in this state stool of taxation, I think it's better moving forward.
I had Carol Villardo, who was very conservative, by the way, the head of the Nevada Taxpayers Association, on this program, and she talked about a sales tax on services being the thing that maybe makes the most sense because we're a service-based economy and because you could spread that over such a wide number of businesses. You could keep the rates so low that even in a bad economy, they would be able to afford to pay it. I assume you're just unalterably opposed to that, too.
Well, again, I would reject the premise. I mean, we're starting from the premise that we need more revenue, and then everybody runs around saying how best are we going to get it? Are we going to tax this business, or are we going to raise this tax or implement this one, and so on and so forth? I reject the premise. We're in this.
But you won't even consider the premise. You just reject it out of hand. Anyone who says taxing, you say no, absolutely not.
But it's grounded in the fact that for too long, the Nevada's per capita inflation-adjusted tax burden is up 23% since 1992.
So I would never say yes to a tax. Is this fair? Is this fair to say?
If we really had low taxes. And
we do have low taxes. We're the lowest tax state in the nation. We don't have an income tax. We don't have a corporate income tax as many states do. We have some of the lowest property tax rates in the nation. I know that these facts are uncomfortable for NPRI, but it's the truth.
The tax burden's up 23%. Over the last 15 or 17 years in this state. Taxes are going up and up.
A percent of what, though? I mean, a percent of nothing is still a percent of nothing. I mean, just saying it's up 20%, 20% of a low amount is still a low amount, Andy.
Well, look at you're right in that ultimately it does come down to a philosophical difference. I look at what Colorado experienced in the years after they put Tabor into place, where their unemployment was down, their economy was growing faster than any other state.
That's restricting growth to population growth plus inflation.
And the best thing we can do for our economy is resist this urge to raise taxes now. And when the economy rebounds, show some spending restraint. Don't let government grow at a rate that is not justifiable by population growth and inflation, and we will reap the benefits of that.
You're shaking your head. 15 seconds.
I don't think Nevada's ever grown beyond population growth plus inflation. I mean, I don't agree that that's what we've done here. We can't even keep up with where we were with school funding from 2003. So I don't think
we could argue this, and unfortunately, Bob Beers isn't here anymore to let us know exactly what the numbers are. But I'll probably get an email because I said that. Andy Mathews and Erin Neff, thanks for coming on the program. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
If you want to contact me, you can email me at ralston@vegas.com or call me at 650-1976. You can also go to lasvegassun.com, click on my page for the program schedule, links to the program, my columns, and my executive producer's blog, Face to Face, The Final Take. You can also download the program straight to your iPod by subscribing to the free Face to Face podcast on iTunes. On the next Face to Face, Congress may probe the Wall Street meltdown. Will tougher regulations follow? Plus, is the president ruling out prosecuting Bush administration officials who condoned what some call torture, and will Congress listen to him? We'll ask Congresswoman Shelley Berkeley about that, her take on the president's exchange with Venezuelan President Hugo Chavez, and much more. That's all in the next face to face.